If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, do you know someone who actually ignores type 2 diabetes symptoms and refuses to see a doctor? Answer by Susan Welsh. My brother believed he knew better than anyone. He did not take care of himself, did not follow physician recommendations, did not take his medicine like he should have, ate poorly and didn't exercise. This wasn't all the time, but probably most of the time. He would get a medical scare and then would follow the physician directions for a while. As a result, he had coronary artery disease and ended up needed stenting in his 40s. He had diabetic neuropathy in his hands and feet and developed an ulcer in his foot. Instead of staying off of it and allowing it to heal, he knew better and kept walking, had poor control of his diabetes and didn't listen to anyone. He lost his leg below the knee. He ended up with kidney disease, but because of his poor overall state of health he did not qualify to be put on the transplant list. He got his act together and did get on the list, but he was so far down there was virtually no chance he would get one. He was given a fistula for performing dialysis, but did not follow directions and did not develop the fistula. It impinged on the circulation in his hand and had to be removed or he would have lost his hand. He was put on a different kind of dialysis where a dialysis solution is infused into the abdominal cavity to soak up the toxins the kidneys can no longer handle. Then the dialysis solution has to be removed, drained, and disposed of. This kind of dialysis requires strict sanitary conditions or it can lead to sepsis or other complications. In the end, he had another heart attack and it was found he had an infection in his abdomen that was quickly becoming septic. He died a relatively young man of 52, when he could have lived a long life using currently available treatments. I am a diabetic also and so is my other brother. While treatment and care are no fun at times, seeing the slow death of my other brother was a particularly effective lesson. Answer by Rajshekar Garikopati. More than I would want to, I am afraid. Diabetes is one of the toughest diseases to have. Nearly every diabetic gets to a point where life becomes boring/frustrating/oppressive. It would be a rare diabetic indeed who never felt depressed about all the discipline required and all the restrictions imposed. A few live in total denial or a flagrant violation, and pay a worse price than they would had they been more disciplined. On the other hand, the available medical treatments are not even close to acceptable, leave alone perfect, until we find a way to implant an artificial device that can function exactly as the beta cells in the pancreas do. There is no cure for diabetes. Short of that, no diabetic is going to be happy with the treatment, period. Answer by Ian Pitt. Yes, unfortunately. They feel okay and rather than seek medical attention, prefer to put their hand in the sand and ignore until too late the long-term consequences of untreated type 2 diabetes, visual loss and blindness, kidney failure and major circulatory problems including heart disease and strokes.